Today's a big day. It is the first time we are releasing. The country will be able to see the documents that have been sitting here at the National Archives and Records Agency around the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. Thanks to President Trump's leadership and his executive order mandating maximum transparency, we have had well over 100 people, some of whom you can see here, who have been working around the clock, going page by page, all to lead us to this day where the 10,000 pages that have been sitting here are now going to be available online at archives.gov/RFK.
So important, and this transparency is something that many Americans have been interested in, and so many Americans have been invested in the release of these files.
So today's release is 10,000 pages. Those are the ones that we had access to here. Just the other day, we discovered and found another 50,000 pages specifically related to the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. And so the work you're seeing happening here today is going to continue on as we have other teams going out and doing those searches and hunting for additional records that, once again, have not been found or released to the public ever before.
Well, we would love to look at some of these documents with you if you have time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This here is a file of the Department of Justice case file on Sirhan Sirhan, and it includes photographs and map of the Ambassador Hotel as they were conducting the investigation into the assassination. Over here we have records from the FBI Boston field office. The FBI gave the investigation the code name of Kensalt, and so part of this release includes some of those Kensalt investigative records, and I know that there are many more to come.
Yeah. So this is really shined a light on the need for more of these types of releases to occur. People will find in the release today, there's no quote-unquote smoking gun, but there's a lot of interesting things that have not been previously known that really call into question what really happened and
Wow.
who was behind it. If you look on this memo alone, you see Kuwait, London, Tel Aviv, Beirut, Jeddah, Tunis, Benghazi, Baida, all of these American embassies who were the recipients of this cable. People are going to have to go to the website and read for themselves to kind of get an insight onto what the conversations are like before and after Senator Kennedy's assassination.
What was your takeaway when you saw some of these top lines?
There are more questions than answers. Was there more than one shooter? What was the angle of the shots that were fired? There was a woman who ran away from the scene where Senator Kennedy was shot, screaming, "We shot him, we shot him." There's so much more, ultimately, that I think needs to be declassified and digitized so that anybody can access this and know what the government knows. American taxpayers pay for this building. They deserve to know what's in it.
Now, you mentioned that you spoke with RFK Jr. about the release of these files. Is he aware of the developments with these and has interest in looking into these questions as well?
You know, he's obviously spent a lot of his life looking into what happened to his father. And so there's a lot of what's here that that he's already known or suspected. But, you know, when I asked him initially, I said, you know, do you want to review everything before it goes out, or do you have any concerns about the release? And his words were, you have to get it all out there. People need to see it. These are completely unredacted with the exception of what the law requires, which is, you know, social security numbers and other personally identifiable information. But I'm excited for us to be able to push this out and bring it out for the American people to see.
And let the sleuths do their thing.
So this is our specially protected holdings vault, where we store those records here at the National Archives that are most susceptible to theft or vandalism and that need to be protected and secured. Let's go ahead and start here at the end. Most of what we're showing you relates to the assassination of President Kennedy. This is Lee Harvey Oswald's passport that he carried when he defected to the Soviet Union. And this is also his passport application.
Is that a baby?
His daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you're familiar with the Zapruder film. This is the Zapruder camera.
Looks heavy.
It is. Don't drop it.
Oh.
But you guys are glad you don't have to use these kind of things.
So we have here, if you'd like to see it, we do have the shirt that Oswald had on. And good shot.
These significant moments in history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, of Senator Robert F. Kennedy, of Martin Luther King Jr., you know, a lot of this has been shrouded in mystery for most of our lifetimes. And so this transparency of being able to take these documents, scan them in, and make it so that people can read them with a click of a button is important. It's important to the country, and it's important in our continued search for the truth and building trust in our government.